2023 is here, and blessing the Boogie Man, new pics is going viral. He's up to 310 pounds. Let's jump straight into this exclusive interview with the Boogie Man. And remember to subscribe. Welcome everyone to AJ's World of Bodybuilding, and today we're joined by one of the biggest stars in bodybuilding, blessing the Boogie Man. Awodibu, how are you?
How you doing, man? Well, not the biggest stars, but soon I will be. But I'm great. I'm doing fantastic, man. Enjoying my life out here in sunny South Florida. You know how it is.
One thing, I saw your Instagram today. You have a picture of yourself, 22 years old, living in a single room in Ireland, one bedroom. And now you're going into 2023, 2 million followers. You have a YouTube channel. I think it's close to 700,000 subscribers. And you have 2 pro show wins, the prestigious New York Pro. And you just did your first Olympia. I know some people were like, oh, you didn't do as you expected at Olympia, but when you look at the year, how does it, when you hear those stats, those accomplishments you made, how does it make you feel when you look at the big picture?
I mean, you know, as a guy who's chasing greatness, you know, you're never satisfied, you know, and you always want to be better, you know. And one of the things, you know, that keep all successful people on their tippy toes, you know, is a little failure here and there. You win, you fail. You know, you win and you fail, you know. Those periods of failing are the ones that are going to make you better to push you to that next level. And, you know, that's what happened at the Olympia, you know, and I'm just so grateful for, you know, this amazing career that I've been blessed with by God. And it's a blessing, man, to be able to do this, you know, to do what I love, to be able to make money and take care of my family, you know, from Nigeria to Dublin, Ireland, you know, from Dublin, Ireland to now in South Florida, you know, man, I can't even ask for any more, but, you know, we go straight to the top. But all in all, man, I'm just super grateful to be able to do this and to be where I'm at right now. And, you know, this is still the start of my career. You know, a lot of people, you know, they see all these things and they do all this talking, blessings, these blessings, that, he's no good. He plays last at the Olympia. What people don't realize is this is my 3rd year competing as a professional bodybuilder, you know, and I got 2 pro wins under my belt. And that's not even, for me, that's not even nothing, you know. It's just still part of learning and growing, you know. So especially this year, I'm just super pumped for, you know, what to come.
But that New York Pro to come out, and when you post to, you know, was it the Drake Blessing song, and like perfect score at the New York. This is big time. This year you did some incredible things that not many bodybuilders ever done before.
Yeah, man, it was. I mean, it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling, especially, you know, going back to, you know, making my pro debut and the way I showed up, and, you know, not looking, you know, the way I planned to, and not placing the way I wanted to, and seeing people, and especially after that, people writing you off, people overlook you, people think you'll never be great, and then, you know, going back to the same show, the same 2 shows, and then just destroying it, you know, with a clean score. It's definitely means something, you know. It's definitely one of my biggest motivation, and it just shows me that, look, I've got what it takes, you know. I've got what it takes to be, you know, up there with the best, you know. I just got to find the right people, and again, it's about the right timing, you know. In this sport, everybody got their own timing, you know, and, you know, you can never compare yourself to another person, because we are all on this very unique lane, you know. Sometimes some people get there a little faster than others, you know, but still your journey is your journey. And as long as you're doing all the right things and the necessary things, you know, you will get there. And I believe, you know, one day I will be named among one of the best bodybuilders to ever do it.
Before I ask about the Olympia, because how do you react? Because I'm close friends, for instance, with Brandon Curry. When he gets dissed for his legs or blah blah blah, I see it doesn't even faze him. You know, with you, when you have this massive following, and lately on Instagram, and you have all these people, his legs, or he's shit, and he can't do this, and he can. But when it gets so many comments.
Mm.
Is it like, do you look at it? Does it affect you? Makes you, it's sad for me to see, but how does it affect you personally?
I mean, when you put yourself out there like that, and I can never. I love criticism. Because I've been doing this for a long time, man. I've been doing the whole social media thing, since I was in Ireland, and I've been called all kinds of names, and I've received every criticism possible. So at this level, and especially when you're a professional, we put all this on ourselves, so I don't be out there blaming people like that. It's great. What these people don't realize is like, his leg this, his leg that. I learned them a bunch of haters,
Mm-hmm.
and what the thing they're doing is like they think they're pulling you down, but what they're actually doing, they're actually helping me be better, talking about my leg, it gives me better awareness of, okay, I got to go extra hard on my legs, even though my leg's not as bad as what they think it is,
No.
but let's say it's just that bad. That's why I'm going to go into the gym and do the extra reps, so I take all this criticism, I take them in positively, so I never really let it affect me, bro. I was like, that's what social media is there for. We're there to market ourselves. We're there to post all these pictures. So whatever comes with it, we have to learn to understand, take it in, digest it, and use it positively. So any negative comment that I do begin, I use it. Nothing. It's for fuel, man. For me, it's motivation. After my pro debut, I've been called all kinds of names because the way I market myself, because the way I put myself out there, because I talk a lot, and what people don't understand is, like I said, I always talk something like, I want to change bodybuilding. I want bodybuilding to be a lot more entertaining than what it is today. I feel like we can bring bodybuilding to the level of MMA, the UFC. I honestly believe we can do this. We can create the same excitement that those guys generate, and we can generate the same views that those guys generate. And there is no better, time to do this than now. With all the tools that we have, so when you put yourself out there, people will say stuff. I'm doing things that all the bodybuilders are not doing, and the fact that I came into bodybuilding in kind of like a gimmicky way, like I used to make all those viral videos, that's how my social media blew up. So people looking at this video, they never take me serious. They never believe you can be a professional bodybuilder and still be relatable, creating content, mixing with people who are outside fitness and bodybuilding. They feel like you have to have this closed mindset, and I'm preaching something different. So whenever I did not, pull up the right way, so I get criticized a lot for this. And, it doesn't faze me, man, and it's nothing but motivation. Like I said, I want to make bodybuilding a lot more entertaining than it is. That's why, even going into the press conference at the Olympia, the promoters.
But one question about that press conference, I want to know, because the Olympia, as we know, you didn't peak, whatever happened, you talked about, it is what it is. But the press conference, I was falling asleep. Here in Europe, it's late, and the guys are just walking out, and Bob trying to say something, and everyone's sleeping. When you come out, do you, okay, I'm going to make some hype, but that these guys can't do anything back. Does that make you a little bit nervous? Because when you go out and you want to cut the Scott Steiner promo or the Ric Flair promo, and these guys are just standing there like it makes it's a little bit nervous then.
I mean, it is a little bit nervous, and especially when you're like, oh my God, I'm trying to start a conversation here, but I'm not sure how this guy's going to take it. Yeah. I'm not sure how this guy's going to respond, But let's be honest, right? Most of the guys, in bodybuilding, especially all the guys, the top 10 guys, all these guys are very smart, and maybe they don't understand, what entertainment is before, but now I feel like they get it.
Okay.
Especially Nick Walker, he's on it. I said something, he said something back because he understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to entertain the fans. We're trying to sell tickets. You know what I mean? So he understand, okay, this is entertainment, so whatever he say, I gotta come back. And you see how that press conference, played out. I'm going back and forth. He's coming out with this crazy classic comebacks. Everybody's laughing, and and you see how Henry caught me, and then you see Raphael. Raphael came out of the fucking
That was
audience.
good. He was good.
And he give a gift to bro. That is what entertainment is. That is what bodybuilding is. But a lot of people don't get it. They just want to see bodybuilding. Life is about, honestly, everything right now is about entertainment. If you look at boxing, people might want to call boxing it's not gimmicky because there's so many influencers, John and Buck, there's so YouTubers, because it is all about entertainment. Everyone wants to be entertained, and that's how we can get bodybuilding. People's like, dude, I care, bro. I love bodybuilding, bro. Like, bodybuilding is my fucking life. People understand, like, maybe, he doesn't take bodybuilding seriously. But yo, without bodybuilding, bro, honestly, I don't know where I'll be right now. All the extra shit that I do on the side, it's just for me to market myself, to be seen, and just me being myself and enjoying life and showing, and just trying to influence, the younger generation that, look, listen, you can be a great bodybuilder and still be, be cool and be funny and be relatable, and be able to do all the things, So a lot of guys are truly getting on board and they truly understand, this aspect, this part of fitness and bodybuilding. And I mean, bodybuilding is bigger than ever right now. You look here, you see the classic, all those guys are mega influencers. They're so well known. And if we understand the tools of social media, we can truly bring bodybuilding to the next, and everybody can win. God can get more money out of this. If we're able to bring in more eyes, more views, Mr. Olympic, Jekyll, they're like, oh, listen, since you guys are generating more views, more viral content, our community is increasing. We're selling more ticket. All right, bet we're going to increase the price money to $1 million. You know what I mean? Do you not think that's possible, bro?
I really think if we can put the marketing in together and more people understand it, and the Olympics and the Pro League, the Olympia brand can brand it a little bit more outside also bodybuilding. Yes, I believe it can.
Yes, exactly. It just takes a little bit more work, and of course, it's going to take time, and I believe we can definitely take bodybuilding to the next level. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to do me and do what I can do and be myself and just enjoy this journey, Yeah.
No, it was fun when you're calling Nick Walker the fridge and he's calling you chicken legs back and this and that. Because people were falling asleep before it happened.
Break. We've gone finished business, my guy.
Did you say brick?
So it was a good moment. At the Olympia, the only thing I want to ask about that maybe a little bit, when you create so much hype going in, and you were one of the few at least that were allowed to step out on stage and talk, how did it feel when you were not the first call out, not the second call out, not even the third call out, and then you go out at the end with a man with so high, what kind of drive as you have? How did that make you feel?
I mean, it was definitely hard. It was of course, it was embarrassing. And but the thing is, like, I've been there before, and I understand. I understand sport. I understand bodybuilding. I understand the journey. Like, look, listen, this can happen. It's all part of learning. It's all about perspective. It is. You know what? I like, dude. Listen, man. I'm in a really, really good spot, man. Because the thing with me is, like, when you step on a bodybuilding stage, right, and you lose. You lose when you are at your very best. You at your best, your best package, and you lost. Now you start to think, where do I go from here?
But not when you
were. Do I need to change my training? Do I need to up the dosage? Do I need to da-da-da? But when you lose, you know that you missed the peak. That was your worst look ever. It's like, oh, it's not over. I just missed my peak. If I was at my best, all of these guys that were placing in front of me, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with me, A lot of the guys that did not place the way they wanted, they were at their best. Now they're asking themselves, okay, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do to make it to the top 10 next year? But with me, it's not like that. I just got to figure it out. I'm still fresh. My body's very, very complicated.
Okay.
Especially the bigger I get, it's just so hard for me to hold on to that roundness, that fullness, And what I notice is, what being with all these coaches, like they underestimate the amount of muscle mass I'm actually carrying.
Okay.
So they underfeed me. Even if you look at when I won at Indy and New York, I think I was about 5 to 10 pounds off.
Really?
I was flat.
Yeah.
A
little bit, but not
but
like.
I was conditioned. I was flat, but not too flat. It was just perfect. It was just right. And so seeing all that, like, I know what I need to do. I know where I can take my physique. I know the next step. I know I can be so much better. So this is what drives me, and I know, I got what it takes, to be up there.
We've seen now, just before we've seen the pictures that's going viral, but before that, at the Arnold Classic, what are you thinking when you're seeing two fellow Nigerians in the top 3, and they're going to be Olympia top 6 threat? Samson have the tools to maybe win it this year. Andrew, you never know. How does that make you feel then, as a taller Nigerian yourself, carrying 300 pounds, and you're looking at your brothers up there killing it? What does that make you feel?
Honestly, bro, it was very beautiful to see, man. It was beautiful. Probably one of the best Arnold Classic I've ever watched. I'm a big fan of Nick. Me and Nick, we talk, we go back and forth and stuff. I love Nick. I'm a big fan of his stuff. Because the man is just for what he's achieved in that short period of time. It's crazy, man. And he'll go down as one of the best to ever do it. And when I saw that first call out, and I see the top 3, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be hard for Nick. It's a uphill battle for him, because you're battling 2 beautiful physiques, and you're right in the middle of it. You're shorter, much stockier, freakier. It looks a little, it's like 2 against 1.
Yeah.
And just to see, that beautiful physique of Andrews and Samson, being rewarded like they did. Yeah, when I saw those 2 guys, Andrew and Samson, being rewarded, it was just it's a motivation for me, because these are the things that the 3 of us were very similar. It's just me. I just got to figure it out how to bring that fullness, that hardness, that conditioning onto that stage. So it was very, very beautiful to see.
We've seen your pictures now. First, at the interview with Ron Harris, he was trolling you, saying you were looking 280 only, and then you were saying no, I'm 3 something. And usually when people say 3 something, we're like, I don't know. But when you posted those pictures with the back, and how big you look, and how healthy you look, and the skin is nice, and what's the changes you made this offseason, like straight after Olympia, that you maybe, why is your body, talk to us a little bit what's happening with your body right now?
Oh man, you talk about changes, man. There's a lot of changes. Of course, I'm no longer working with any coach, and like I told you, I embrace my failures, and one of the most important shit I've ever done in my life was that Olympia. That Olympia opened my eyes to so much about myself, about the things I needed to do, what I need to do, and how to do it, and the kind of people I need in my corner, So, the first thing I did, I know after the Olympia, I knew exactly what to do, and what I needed to do. we were supposed to do the Arnold Classic, and the minute we're like, no, we're not doing the Arnold Classic.
No, you need
You know,
to.
we need time, and this is the perfect time to experiment on things that we needed, that I think we needed to do. So the first thing I do is, I hit up George, just like, I don't think it's working out because, I think because George is like saying he doesn't know what happened, at the Olympia, and if you don't know what happened, so are you supposed to fix it? Are you gonna fix it?
No.
So, and I told him like, George, I think I know what happened, and we talked, and it was fine. And right after that, bro, I got to eat it, bro. I was eating, I was barely on anything, I was eating so much. And dude,
how much calories around were you eating?
I was probably pushing about 7,000 to 8,000 calories.
Wait. Of clean food or mix?
Oh, mix. It was high fats.
Okay.
Which is the thing I've never before, but I've always been afraid to eat.
Okay.
And what I don't understand is like what I always miss is like my metabolism is crazy fast, bro. And the bigger I get, the harder it is for me to hold on to muscle. My body looks for any excuse to lose everything. Because start off being extremely skinny, and now 300 pounds, 280 pounds, that's a no for my body. So we push the food a lot, and that does wonder for my body.
So you increase the fat a lot?
Yeah, it was a lot of fat. Carbs wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
Protein was moderate as well. We were doing cheat meals like twice a week. Yeah.
What type of fat sources? Like when you say a lot of fat in the meat, or did you have like when you say a lot of fat, like what?
It was a lot of red meat, a lot of old eggs, avocado. Plus on top of that, a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
Plus on top of that, we were doing cheat meals, we would do pizza, we would do burgers here and there, and I was still literally I maintained a low body fat. My body stayed lean for quite a while. Wow. And my body was just filling out. And from there, it became crystal clear that listen, it's food.
So the doses were lower than before, or
bro. The best I've ever felt in the off season, bro. Right now, I'm like sitting here, I'm like 308 right now.
So less is more for you on the other side, then.
Less is, bro. It's like less is more. Food is king.
Yeah.
With me, and those are the things that we missed in the past, and that's why I missed most of my peaks. Making my pro debut, I over dieted. I did too much cardio. So I was just burn everything that was flat. And when I'm flat, right? The thing with my physics, like, because I'm people don't realize I'm crazy wide, and being 6'10", that's pretty tall. That's pretty tall for a bodybuilder, So when you're that wide and that tall, and when you're carrying a lot of muscle mass, but you're flat, looks like you never dieted. And when I'm flat, the first thing that goes is my legs. And of course, I needed more. I need more legs, but my legs actually not as bad as people think. When I'm on, you don't see nothing. You don't notice any imbalances. It's just that when I'm off, my legs always be the first, to go. So,
so your training and your sleeping now is excellent, right?
Oh yes, and another thing that we changed was literally I'm training 3-4 times a week, bro.
3-4 times a week.
3-4 times a week.
Have you done that before?
What?
Have you done that so little?
Oh no, I used to train twice a day, bro.
Okay, so this is really for people, because a lot of people are afraid of 4 times is too little, or we just want to go because it's our passion.
And again, people are different. You got to figure out what works for you. But for me, more, the fact that I came into this game like I didn't even know anything about bodybuilding. I just love training. So that was always the mindset: just go into the gym and just go, just kill it, and then go home, eat, and then come back and kill it again. Sometimes do twice a day. 5-6 times a week. So that was too much for my body. So now that I'm taking,
but is it mentally hard training only 4 times when you're used to training so much?
You know what? At first, it was actually challenging. It was mentally hard, just being at home, and it's like fuck. You feel like I need to do more, whatever. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I went out and got PS5. So I do like 2 days on, 2 days off, and then 1 day on, 2 days off. or I do 2 days on, 2 days off, and then 2 days on, 1 day off. So I'm resting, 3-4 times a week, and I'm eating a lot of food.
But all the top guys, they feel they have to have a guru or a coach. Now you have done your best off season, and like you're really feeling well, you're looking good, you're adding size. Will you keep doing this, Bow Blessing, and prep yourself with your gym mates? Or will you get someone, because now you're showing you don't, how's that mind process? Because this is why fix something that's not working, but during prep, you need maybe some, so what's the plan for you?
Honestly, bro, the plan is, to keep doing what I'm doing, with my 2 of my guys. And, I feel like in this bodybuilding game, like I think for every bodybuilder, I think, especially when you've done shows after shows after shows after shows, I think you have an idea, you have an idea and you know your body,
Yes.
The only thing is that confidence,
Yeah.
and some people need, they need to be spoon-fed. They need to be told, do this and do that, and some people can't really control themselves, whereas me, I'm different. I know what I want. Especially now I've been working. Dude, I worked with Neil before. I worked with Chad Nichols. I worked with Abdullah. Quick off season with Abdullah. One of my best off season with Abdullah, but of course it's not close to this off season right now. But my second off season was with Abdullah.
Farah, Abdullah, Chad, and Neil Hill. Who is your favorite? Who got you the best results in the safest?
Oh, definitely George. George. Definitely George did. But all those guys I learned from every single one of them.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. As a bodybuilder, if you're working with all these coaches and you're not learning something, bro, you're doing it wrong. So all those years and experience I've had with my body, it just feel like right now my body just like open book to me. I just needed, two people, who can be real with me, and we can, go back and forth, come with a plan. And then, they sign up on it like, boom, this is what we're going to do. And that's exactly what I want to do. And people who are just realistic and just tell me how it is, not just like, ass licking, oh, you look good. No. My 2 guys, they never compliment my physique. And that's what I love about them. They always want more. They're always real. When I look good, they're like, okay, you're looking all right, but we need more of this. We need more legs. We need more hamstrings. So far it's been fucking amazing. And people think, actually getting shape from such a so easy. Like I said, I feel a fast metabolism. The minute I step on that treadmill, the minute I start dieting, my body just goes.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you can't tell the difference between muscle and fat. And that's why I always end up super flat. But now we know how to hold on to that muscle. We know how to hold on to that roundness, that fullness, because, now we're doing it. This is the fullest, the roundest I've ever been in the off season. And of course, the biggest, And one of the things I changed this off season was I got me a sleep apnea machine.
Oh, really?
Oh, bro, that shit.
It changes the game. You sleep good now.
Honestly, I can attribute all my progress to that shit.
Really? Where did you get yours?
Because they're extremely hard to get. It's actually a website that I found, that actually sell you a straight up CPAP machine. I can't remember what they call it. I think Health or something like that. At first, I was like skeptical, like, is this real? But then I ordered one, $600. I got it within the next few days.
Well, if we can use a lot more on other things we put in our body, we're sure we can spend it on that, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah. Texas Pro, Tampa Pro.
Yes.
And what's the third one?
Chicago Pro. We're starting in Chicago.
We're gonna meet off with Hunter Labrada.
Yes, he knows.
How do you see? On what things do you feel you have a good chance of beating him in? What's your that you have advantages over Hunter Labrada, because he's a top 10 Olympian.
Oh yeah, amazing bodybuilder. Great bodybuilder, done a lot of amazing things. What feels like people underestimate my physique. And the amount of mass that I'm carrying, and the aestheticness. you know.
Yes.
And I think me coming in, like I always said, me on my best is so dangerous. Me full blown, round, hard, shredded. I'll be very hard to beat, you know. And people think my legs are a lot smaller than they are. No, they're not. You know, they're small when they're flat, but when they're full, I have the separations. Everything looks clean. Everything looks healthy. You know, crazy separations, and I actually get in a really good condition as well. You know, so I think Hunter will have a lot of problems in a lot of posters standing next to me. Honestly, I think he would. You know, he would.
Ian
It
Valerie.
shouldn't take me lightly.
Ian, I think no. You know what? It doesn't really matter who's. It's gonna be Texas definitely and Chicago. It's gonna be the stacked shows, you know, and Tampa in America. So
and
you're
I
not
need
hiding.
it.
That's for sure.
Was that?
You're not hiding at all.
Oh no,
you're going
no,
straight
bro.
into battle.
Bro, I got a lot to prove, man. I got a lot to prove. You know, it's like, you know, I believe, you know, I can be up there with the top 6 guys. You know, I can be up there with the top 10 guys. I see myself up there with the top 3 guys, you know, and I've said it before. And people think I talk a lot of shit. I talk big games. You know, this is just me. You know, that's my ability. That's what I believe. That's what I believe I can do. You know, so who are you to tell me I can? I can say whatever I want. You know what I mean? It just come and bite me in the ass when I don't show off. But no, when I do show off, though, when I do come correct, though, it's a problem. And that's why I feel like, you know, I got a lot to prove this year, you know, and I want to clean up them 3 shows. You know, I want to clean up Chicago, go to Tampa, and all the schools are very close to me. I live in South Florida, so, you know, it's like, you know, I drive to Tampa or whatever. But Tampa's a bit of a drive away, and, you know,
so you're going to take your goal is to win all 3 shows, correct?
The goal is to win all 3 shows and prove to the bodybuilding fans that BOOGIE MAN is here to stay.
Yeah. And that's what you're training for.
That's what I'm training for. That's what we're planning. You know, that's what we're going to do.
When are you starting prep?
So we got another 4 weeks on this off season, or 5 weeks. And then we should start prep. This is March, right?
Yeah.
And just before
middle of April?
End of April, mid-April.
Good. This is going to be exciting because you don't have a lot of proof, because you prove that you are an Olympian, but to be at the absolutely top, you got to win one of them 3 shows, correct?
Yes, I got to take out some of the guys in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
That's the goal, you know. And honestly, bro, like I said, bro, this is the first time I've ever lived, you know, as a bodybuilder. You know, before I'm always like, you know, maybe, you know, a little bit of influencer and creating content.
This is pure bodybuilding now.
Now, since the Olympia, bro, that's why, you know, like I said, you know, it's a learning process. You know, it's through experience. You have to learn. You know, when you fail, it's not really failing for me. You know, it's part of. I expect all those little bumps before, you know, you reach your maximum greatness. You know, so and I'm still fresh in the game. You know, so this is the first time I've actually done this the right way.
One quick question there about, I saw you chose Muscle Tech. Did you have any? Because me as a kid, Muscle Tech was the ultimate brand. Are they coming back into bodybuilding now with full force, or?
I mean, you know, Muscle Tech, you know, it's that brand. They've been around for so long, man, since 1994, 1995, you know. And I remember when I was coming into the game and just discovering bodybuilding, I used to go to all this expo in Spain, you know, the Arnold Classic Spain and FIBO, you know, in Germany. You know, everyone used to queue up for Muscle Tech because they had everybody on the roster.
Yes.
All the Mr. Olympia. You know, so Muscle Tech has always that, you know, that mother brand that's been around. You know, and when I left Rec and One, you know, they're one of the brands actually reached out to me. You know, I was like, wow, this is crazy. You know, so, you know, and we hit it up right, and, you know, everything was right. And then, you know, and they were very, very interested in me, you know, and they love what I bring into the fitness and bodybuilding. And you know, it's like a missing puzzle.
Yeah,
you know.
Good. Before we go, we have FIBO. You're going to FIBO, correct? Are you excited to see your German fans?
Hey, look, listen, man. FIBO was one of my very, very first expo, and I know they got shut down because of the COVID and stuff. And I've been back since, is it 2018? And bro, I am super excited. When I
Yeah.
talk to the people here in the US, it's like, the Hornell Classic is the biggest expo.
No,
You guys
FIBO
have
is.
no idea what FIBO is. FIBO is crazy big. So honestly, I'm super, super excited to
Yeah.
be back in Germany with Muscle Tech, and I think it's gonna be a hell of a weekend. Are you gonna be there?
I'm gonna be there actually. So I'm meet the 17th, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
It's the 22nd. It's the 15th, I believe. Yes, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be an amazing. I recommend every bodybuilding fans in Europe to come down to, and we have a bodybuilding show there. It's back now also.
Oh, there's a competition going on there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So it's good.
You are where you are yourself, UK, right?
I live in the UK and Norway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Blessing. Thank you for coming on. It's been great watching your story through the years. I think this is just it is just the beginning. People forget how few shows, how many pro shows in total have you done?
Minus the Olympia, I've done 4 and I won 2. That's a good record, right?
That's a crazy record.
I don't know why people hating on me, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get what the hate from.
I know, you know
what I mean? I've only done 4 pro shows. 4 pro shows. And I made it to the Olympia. And I won 2 of them. Come on now. Give me a little bit of credit here.
Before we go, you cut the promo. Give us some words for a young guy, 15-year-old guy who wants to become a bodybuilder. Talk to him.
I mean, hey, there's no better time, to join fitness right now or to want to become a bodybuilder right now, and it's down to passion, If it's something you think about, something you really want to do, don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody tell you what you can or what you cannot do. Just go for it. And most importantly, enjoy it, be yourself, have fun, and just go out and just enjoy life. That's what it's all about.
Can you take us out with a front double?
A front double, do it fit into the camera?
You gotta see some.
You see that right there?
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, bro. All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.